All content is fictional, viewer discretion advised. No, it's not. No, it's not. Chad, they're lying to you. Chad, they're lying to you. This is real. This is what's happening right now. If you ever see a Minecraft streamer either on YouTube or on Twitch and they're making subliminal messages just like this, they are not fictional. They're not. This creepy alpha Minecraft channel is live streaming again. If y'all remember, this is the part 2 of the one channel of the kid being lost and abducted in a random person's home and playing on their Minecraft account while live streaming people to help them out. So this is a part 2 of this, and we're gonna see how this is.
The early days of Minecraft are often referred to as the purest form of the game. However, there's nothing pure about the alpha Minecraft live streams found on the Consciousness YouTube channel. It is—
Dude, how the hell does bro already have 10k subs? Dude, I can't even reach that. How does bro have 10k subs?
Since been revealed in a popular YouTube video that this channel features a child who is in danger and is secretly live streaming their Minecraft content in hopes to give people directions to their ever-changing location. So when it came to the first live stream since this channel gained all this attention, the chat was absolutely filled with—
I'm so glad that bro was able to advocate that. And oh my god, they're still live streaming this too.
People who had truly no idea what was going to happen next. And that is truly one of the scariest things about this channel. The stream begins with the player already having some decent tools and going right away into a cave, which is actually the first time out of all the known previous live streams that we see the player enter a dark space. They are mining and occasionally writing messages to the viewers.
Car. Drove for a while. Felt like 5 hours. It was only 4, I guess.
This is incredibly helpful, but don't get used to it because this is hands down the most straightforward thing Khan says to us from here on out. For the rest of the video, Khan just seems to be playing the game normally until they decide to build a base. But not just any base. They build up to the sky and begin to construct some sort of sky base, potentially to try and make it more difficult for someone to find or reach. But we get one more live stream after this where Khan is just doing some pretty basic activities, building their base further, and even says,
I'm doing better today, I think.
Which is a very—
Okay, this is going pretty great so far. Still, the kid is kind of abducted, but at least, you know, bro is able to go ahead and regather everything that he lost from the last episode.
Sweet sentiment. However, this is the last thing we would hear for Khan before they disappeared for 4 months.
4
And
months?
that's where this story really begins.
Child abuse. Wait, hold on. That read too fast. What? Child abuse and kidnapping. Man, I wish someone kidnapped me. All content is fictional, viewer discretion advised. No, it's not. No, it's not. Chad, they're lying to you. Chad, they're lying to you. This is real. This is what's happening right now. If you ever see a Minecraft streamer either on YouTube or on Twitch and they're making subliminal messages just like this, they are not fictional. They're not.
World months later, and Khan seems a bit disoriented, probably because they haven't been able to play on this world for ages. After getting their bearings, Khan, weirdly enough, decides to leave the base they built and starts to construct a new base.
Another one.
This could perhaps signify the moving of their location in real life, because in previous live streams, Khan would recreate their surroundings in Minecraft. And this would certainly make sense, especially considering it's been so long since Khan has last updated us. But the real issue here is the house that Khan decides to construct looks unlike any house you would ever find in real life. I mean, it's built into the side of a mountain and seems to go into it pretty deep. And this confuses me because with the skybase, for example, it didn't visually look like anything in real life, but that could have just been Khan trying to depict a tall building like a hotel or apartment complex.
Nah, it's a spaceship.
This is just downright odd. We nearly finish the new house and the stream ends as we watch the sunrise. Now, this stream is eerie to me. Khan isn't nearly nearly as talkative as they typically are, and I've checked all of these chests for codes like ones Khan has used to spell out something prior, but there was nothing. Something has changed from the last time we saw Khan, and my guess is the man has begun to watch Khan much more closely than he would prior. Which,
bro, can you just imagine a whole ass man watching you play Minecraft? That's so sad. It's like people that join in on twitch.tv/DarkSalxm and watch me play games while I just basically scream out loud, "He's fucking my ass!" over and over again every like 5 minutes. Kind of sad, not gonna lie.
means it's not going to be as easy for Khan to signal us as to what is going on or how we can help. So we're gonna have to pay much closer attention. And as it turns out, I'm not the only one paying close attention to the Consciousness YouTube channel. I found official investigations looking into this case ran by a Detective Collins. There were specifically attempts to track the live stream connection, which appeared to be unsuccessful. Not much information was being made available to the public, which made sense considering it's an ongoing case, but I was able to check back into this case from time to time to see if they posted any new information.
Whoa, that was like last year. It's about to be a whole year since that happened. 2025? God. It said it's been like 4 months since the last live stream. Wow. Can't believe it's so recent too.
The next stream happens the following weekend per usual. Khan seems like they want to go adventuring, so they head off to explore the world. Considering this is still alpha Minecraft, there's not really much to find or discover, but we continue nonetheless, and Khan messages to us on a sign and says,
"This is fun."
This is really positive, but honestly, it almost worries me more than anything.
I think so too.
Is Khan becoming like used to this situation they're in? And what happened in those 4 months that they were gone? And what changed so that they could start playing Minecraft again? Well, anyway, as we're exploring the world, you might have caught this moment. Did you see it?
I did. I did. There's a bunch of cows that just spawned right here.
In the corner of our eye, we can see what looks like the ruined remains of Khan's first base.
Oh.
Khan quickly like snaps away from it and walks in a different direction, but this confirms for me that this is the exact.
I was thinking something completely else. Dude, do not put me in these ARG investigation videos because I would just miss everything. I'd be like, oh my God, look at the cows. Yeah, no, I didn't even see that at all.
Exact same world that we saw in the first half of the live streams. But Khan's behavior here is just odd because the second any of this happens, they try to play it off and then immediately head back to their base and log off. Let's assess what we know thus far. Khan continues live streaming a little bit after their channel goes viral and says that they drove in a car for what felt like 5 hours, but it was only 4. If we know Khan started in Michigan, we can assume what Khan is confused about is the time zone change. Khan was most likely keeping a close eye on the time, even counting the hours, but if they suddenly switch from Eastern Standard Time to Central Standard Time, then the time would get sent back an hour earlier, which would make it look like they arrived wherever they got to an hour earlier than they actually did. Unfortunately, this doesn't really narrow it down a ton, but it doesn't matter because at this point, 4 months have gone by, and clearly by moving bases, Khan is no longer where they were prior. But since this gap in time, Khan seems to have really changed. Their actions are a lot less driven or purposeful, but that could also be a side effect of them being more heavily watched by whoever is holding them. Now, this video was titled Oak, which intrigued me because I feel like it stands out a little bit among all of the other videos that we have seen up until this point. So I decided to go back to the stream and kind of scour through the footage looking for any of the oak trees that maybe had some sort of symbol in them or information, and it was during this process that this happened.
What is that?
Prior to this moment, Khan had never been able to do much of anything with the YouTube channel itself. The descriptions were always left blank, and the titles were the only signifying thing about these videos. So while I was wary of this video, it seemed that this time around, Khan had more access to the actual YouTube channel itself when they aren't playing Minecraft. This unlisted video.
Well, how? If they only have access to just play Minecraft for 30 minutes at least, how would they also have offline access to whatever computer or laptop that they're using? I can understand directly uploading with just a quick like title on there, but how is bro? I mean, unless they give him more access to just use the computer and free run more often. But I feel like that would be like super heavily like supervised compared to just like playing Minecraft.
Appears to be taken from a really old phone, and we can't see much, but we can sort of hear this.
It's hella dark in there too. Dude, I can't even understand anything that they're saying. Oh, I think they know. I think they know that he's been live streaming Minecraft.
This was enough confirmation for me that Khan is certainly still in a very bad situation despite what they may be being forced to say on the main stream. Checking back in with that police case, the department seemed to have released a region map of where the suspect could be.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wide area, but appears to almost align with what I thought prior when we were talking about the time zones. They also released the make and model of a car alongside a license plate asking if anyone sees the car to contact the authorities. But besides that, I just had to wait until the next live stream.
It's gonna be like 3 weeks that pass by. No live stream. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Oh my god! Dude, chat, I promise you guys this is not pre-watch. Chat, I promise you guys this is not pre-watch. I just guessed it. I just completely guessed that it was gonna happen. Like, nothing has happened. Nothing has changed. It's been 3 weeks, no live stream or nothing. I promise you, it's not pre-watched, I promise you.
Shows Khan trying to get materials and organize their base a little bit more. So in a previous live stream, we had seen Khan sort of organize a chest in coordination with the alphabet in order to spell
we've seen
something
that
out. So I, as well as the rest of the chat, was trying our best to decipher anything that could be spelled out here. But it was interesting because when Khan had done this prior, they were being very intentional with the items in just one of the chests. But this time Khan was being just as intentional with all of their chests. But as hard as I looked, none of the items—
What does that even mean? Dude, what does that even mean? Is this like supposed to be like subliminally like a road or like a map? Is this what's showing? I don't know what this even means. These do not represent like letters or anything. I think it's supposed to be like some kind of like map layout of like the surrounding area that he's in.
Seem to spell anything in the same way as last time, but then I thought about it a little bit and I realized that there are other ways to form letters. Like, for example, these items here form an L.
Yeah.
I also can see an I for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe this is an R, but it's hard to tell. Additionally, not all letters can actually be formed as easily in a 3x3 grid. The issue here is there are assortments that could easily be multiple letters. Like this could be a P or an F, or even that I from before could be a Z technically. But either way, there's not enough letters here to actually form something, and it seems like Khan got too frustrated to continue. So overall, I knew something was still wrong, and it felt like I was just inches away from finding it.
Yeah, what are the subliminal messages that bro is giving out? It's a lot more rough than the last one.
Khan goes live again, but they seem to be in a different place than when they logged off. Now, we've seen this before, but previously when Khan would log on somewhere new, it was a sign that the man had logged on to Khan's world and had done something bad to it. Whether it was creating a giant underground maze or even burning down Khan's entire base, it never meant a good thing. This time, nothing seems to be super out of the ordinary. Khan plays for a bit, mining down some of the trees for resources, when suddenly Khan says,
Think I gotta go, time for dinner.
Hey,
What are you gonna be eating though?
First off, Khan has always been allotted 30 minutes to play per week, which is incredibly little. So
yeah.
Offering it up willingly is an incredibly bizarre move. And secondly, saying it's time for dinner is odd because this stream should have happened around 1 p.m. local time. So I'm not sure whether to take this as another extreme move or something else. Overall, this stream just feels odd, and I just continued looking through the video for anything out of the ordinary, especially considering the logon locations were different, but I just saw some weird terrain and that was about it. However, when I went back to get the footage, I saw another one of those unlisted videos
Oh,
pop up,
please.
and that's where I saw this.
What? Oh, what is that? Paper?
Khan was getting more and more bold. It seems like they have access to some sort of camera or phone, but either way, it's certainly old.
Oh, I think I see like a silhouette of layers of letters right here. It's not very noticeable. It's so damn dark. But like, I could kind of see like an L right here, an I maybe, or an R. I can't really tell, but this is definitely paper though.
And presumably with no internet service. But this worried me because sure, there wasn't a ton here, but Khan has to be sharing this with us for a reason, right? I just didn't know what to take away from it. Even turning up the exposure, there's nothing here. And I didn't understand it until I watched the next live stream.
What was the next live stream? How does it explain everything in the next one? Everything! Okay, this is not even Minecraft. It looks like bro's just running in the woods right now. Oh, is he outside? Is he recording the outside field that we're in? Bro, what are you zooming in for? I can't see nothing. All I see is just specks of blobs. Bro, who even is that? Who even is that? Dude, it's just a little speck of like a little light right there. What does that even mean? I don't see nothing. What do y'all see? I don't see nothing. I see a bunch of trees and grass. What type of symbolism is this? I can't chat GPT. Dude, I can't even chat GPT this. Chat GPT, tell me where this is at. Where even is this? Yo, I think I see something. What is it, Slender Man? Oh, Slender Man's right here. He's chilling. He's right there. Shit, you got me there. Oh.
This broke my heart. I mean, it is now beyond clear with Khan trying to run away that they do not want to be here. But without any sort of address or knowledge on where Khan is, there's nothing that we can do about this. Something had changed for Khan to get to the point of running away, maybe being more heavily supervised or something else. It just sucked because, as I found out next live stream, this attempt to run didn't work. It was around this point that I received an update on the ongoing case that was being formed. I only noticed about 2 changes. The first was that the detective had been changed and it was now one Detective Robertson. There hadn't really been a public statement as to why this was, but I assume it's relatively routine with cases like these. And secondly, and more importantly, there was a suspect. Gerard Stellar was now listed.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't know Gerard Way was the actual person who's the suspect from My Chemical Romance. Oh my god, I didn't know that!
Listed, and I couldn't find much online to get any more information, but at least it seemed like there was progress. After a good long while of waiting, another live stream happened, which
Yay!
Makes sense that it would take that long because if Khan ended up with the man again, they certainly wouldn't want to let them play Minecraft after they just pulled something like that. But it just sucked that it seemed like all of that work Khan did to try to run was for nothing, and even the live stream gave us nothing to go off of. In this new live stream, it was...
So you're telling me, bro, whenever he was live streaming the woods, he just whip out the laptop and started share screening his laptop, or was that his crappy phone that he got from X person of him just like running away and showing the location where he was at?
As if the previous one had never happened. I mean, the VOD wasn't posted after it was streamed, so it's clear that Khan is just trying to go back to playing the game as they normally would.
Yeah.
However, this time Khan really doesn't seem to know what they're doing. They wander around the world a bit, try to craft something, but seem to struggle to remember how to craft it. And then at one point, Khan even goes completely AFK for a while, which is incredibly weird. And when they do come back, they seem to snap back to reality a bit and start getting materials to extend their house. It's truly impossible to understand what could have happened in that time that Khan went AFK. I mean, maybe the man wanted them to go do something, or they could have even been reading the chat for a bit, which, by the way, Khan has never acknowledged, so that feels pretty unlikely. But overall, this stream, when next to the previous one, really sticks out when it comes to how chill and nonchalant it is, and it is that type of juxtaposition that would continue on to this next live stream. This stream had Khan talking and conversing with the viewers probably the most they ever have. They said things like,
I'm doing good lately. Just been enjoying things. Minecraft is fun too. You don't need to worry a lot.
there are two scenarios here.
What
One,
does that even mean? Is this like some kind of subliminal messages where you're taking every single sentence and you're getting the first letter to form a single word? Or is it the last letter? It could be either one of those things, because that does not make any sense if you have been kidnapped by some random person.
is that this is actually Khan and something has changed recently and they're doing a lot better now. Or alternatively, this is...
Yeah, or, now as I think about it, or it could be the person who already knows that bro's been live streaming this and he's just doing all these messages for the kid and is being messaging and doing all these gameplays.
someone else forcing Khan to say these things and is trying to get us to stop looking into this situation.
No, I like my
But
answer better.
It feels clear, based on some of the things we've seen at this point, that things are in fact not fine. It was around this time that I discovered something on the Consciousness channel. There had always been a very few amount of categories depicted on the channel, but I noticed that one new one had been added.
Shorts!
It was a playlist tab.
Fuck!
And when I clicked it, I saw just a basic videos playlist, but what was weird to me is it didn't have all of Khan's videos inside of it. And I'm not talking about all of the unlisted ones. I'm talking there were several videos that were public on the channel, but not on this playlist. The videos that were on it were Need Out, Oak, Movements, Everything, Progress, Like and Subscribe, and Around, which meant the videos not on it include Zero Ways Out, Why Me, and then also Are You Watching and Very Cold, which are two streams that are not posted currently after they were streamed. I wasn't sure what to do with this information. I tried to see if those words could somehow tell a story, like things like movements and progress seem related, but beyond that, I didn't know what to make of it. But it did seem like Khan was actively adding more videos to this playlist, so I guess we just have to wait and see if any more gaps would get filled in with this final live stream.
I don't get it at all. Hopefully in the last one it explains everything. Trying. What does that mean?
The live stream starts and Khan is underground in a long tunnel. Now, this should be familiar because it happened a few other times prior in the live streams where we assumed that the man had played on Khan's world when Khan wasn't playing and put them in dark tunnels to try to mess with Khan and scare them. However, Khan doesn't seem quite as phased by it this time, and it's probably because they've had to deal with this so many times. But it's interesting though. The tunnels are very long and much more complicated.
God damn!
But Khan seems to pretty much find their way out first try, which is incredibly odd to me, but honestly good for them because they get back to the surface and get back to life as normal. Let's talk about this tunnel though, because in the history of this channel and its videos, we've seen roughly 2 tunnels. There was this one at the bottom of that 3x3 pit that Khan later tried to blow up. And then there was a longer, much more notable one in this stream that Khan spawned inside of. Now, both of these tunnels were 2 by 1, meaning bare minimum of what you have to mine to make a tunnel to walk through.
Yeah.
And absolutely 0 ores were mined when they were encountered. It was just a straight up tunnel. But this time around, we can see gaps where presumably ores were mined, and this is confirmed when we look at Khan's inventory. So whoever made the tunnels, not the same person who made the tunnels the first time, also known as the man. Potentially there is a third unknown person that could also be in the mix, but this is a lot to draw from some very minute differences, and some more things happen during this live stream. Khan actually starts talking to us again.
Hey!
Hey guys, just want to say thanks for all your help. This is my last stream, I think.
What? Last stream?
However, as Khan continues to try to light up the area, this happens.
The heck is happening? Oh, he died!
Khan then respawns and looks around, seemingly a bit lost, before suddenly snapping back to reality and starting to run in the direction of their base. We pass by the initial sky base and then finally arrive back at the normal base. And
dude, that house
gets
looking good
their
though.
Stuff back. Khan messages on a sign and says,
Thanks for watching.
And they log off. But did you see that? Khan typed 2 additional letters there, CL. Now, to understand what this means, we have to go back all the way to the first video ever posted.
What does chat
and
need?
To this day, the only public video on the channel. Khan writes on a sign above their base, look closely. So I believe what Khan wants to say here is thanks for watching closely. So I did just that. When Khan first dies, they initially seem to not remember which way to go, and once they do remember, they head in that direction non-stop, barely moving the direction of the character. But you know what they do move? Their cursor. It's barely noticeable, but we've seen something like this before. Khan would write out letters by almost drawing them with the crosshair, and this time it seems to also spell
What? Oh my god, it's Tilted Towers. Oh my god, it's Tilted Towers. TITL? Dude, it's Tilted Towers. Bro is abducted in Tilted Towers. Bro's gonna start fucking live streaming on Minecraft, on Fortnite now. I called it. I didn't lose it.
Now, these were really hard to read, so it's not surprising that I would miss a letter. So I have no doubt in my mind that this is saying titles. So I took a closer look at all of the video titles and I discovered a few things.
Yeah.
And the first was honestly incredibly sad. Now, I didn't catch anything with the recent videos, but when I looked at the first 7 videos that I covered last video, I realized something. The first letter spells out a word, but it wasn't a word I ever would have registered. It spells out W0LVRNE, which if you remember ended up being the password used to get access to the YouTube channel. Khan had been trying to spell it out for me the whole time. It's the same reason that when I did get access to the account, all of the live streams prior to the first one I saw started with the letter W. Khan was waiting for someone to join the stream so they could start spelling out the password. I felt terrible, but this is all in the past. I obviously tried to apply this same concept to the videos that had already come out after that point. However,
But wouldn't he already log into the account when if bro already knew the password though? Why hasn't bro already logged into the account? Why till now to spell out the password?
nothing worked or made any sense. But that was when I remembered the playlist. I hadn't checked back in on it in a while, and it turns out both streams that had happened since then were added to it. Now, the whole time in the back of my mind, I've wondered what would have happened if the man had found out that Khan had been live streaming. I assumed that he would probably just make Khan stop streaming, but when the streams kept happening after that gap in time, I assumed that Khan still hadn't been caught yet. But
not me play.
I don't think that's true anymore.
Oh!
We're not watching Khan. This whole time, I've struggled to piece out even the smallest hints from Khan's gameplay, trying to get some information on where they might be, and I assumed it was so difficult because Khan was being more heavily watched, but it was actually because it wasn't Khan at all. It was the man. It wasn't until he died.
Dude, I fucking called it too. I called that in the very beginning. I said, what if it's the actual man pretending to play as the kid? Dude, I called it. I freaking called it.
Needed Khan to come in to bail him out because he didn't know how to get back to the base because that first base was built by Khan and the man had never been at spawn before. The man had been trying to do some damage control with the number of eyes on this channel, so he live streamed himself as Khan saying that everything was all right and bit by bit restored people's faith that maybe Khan was okay, and Khan was forced to watch the whole time and even run the YouTube channel so that everything would appear the same as when Khan would title everything themselves. This meant that all Khan had to cue us in were the video cards and making a playlist in order to try to communicate with us. But
then how do we know that where he's at? We already understand that it's not him playing. Bro already said that he is no longer live streaming anymore. How are we gonna figure out where this ex-kid is at for this ex-man pretending to be him?
Realize something. If the man had been the one playing on the streams, then who had been playing in between streams? Maybe Khan wasn't able to stream anymore, but maybe they were still allowed to play. I had focused on getting information out of the streams themselves, but I needed to focus on what was happening in between streams. The last time the man knew I had gotten into his account, he knew someone was coming, but this time he has no idea that I just got the final bit of info.
What the heck does that even mean? 144 Bliss Drive? Oh! We figured it out. Oh my god, that took forever, but we figured it out.
Put an end to this. Police took 33-year-old Gerard Steller into custody on April 20th, 2025.
You're telling me a grown-ass man, a whole grown-ass man kidnapped a child and made him run his YouTube channel because he was getting that money? Bro, that's sad.
He had fled from a house he was hiding in Michigan all the way to Illinois, and with him, he took his 13-year-old daughter, Evelyn. She detailed.
Bro was getting arrested in fucking 420, bro. Bro was getting high as hell there in that day, too.
To the police her attempts to live stream her location in hopes of bringing her dad to justice for the things that he had done.
He put me in homeschooling. He noticed I was really missing my brother. He said he would make it better, but I didn't know what that meant. What did it mean? I never would have complained if I would have known. Hey, none of this is your fault at all. Is this what he took from Leroy? Is that his name? Yes, and he's completely safe and with his family again. My dad told me his name was Gabe, but I didn't really believe him.
Let me explain. Gerard Steller, the father, had recently gotten in a divorce with his wife, Erin Collins. Now, if you recognize that name, it's because she was listed as an approving officer on this case, and she got removed from the case at the same time that they listed Gerard as a suspect.
Wow.
During their divorce, their two children were separated, and each parent was granted full custody of one of the children. This doesn't happen often, but in this case, it was decided that it was for the best, and Evelyn went to live with her dad while her brother Gabe went to live with his mom. When Evelyn expressed that she missed her brother, Gerard apparently took things into his own hands. He kidnapped Levi Goldings and kept him in the basement of a house in Michigan.
Bro, this dude is a lunatic, bro. Bro, this dude is a lunatic. You know what I would have done if I didn't have custody for my son? When I had my own daughter? Shit, I would have started dick riding my damn ex-wife, bro. I'm like, yo, let them be together, type shit. I'll let you do anything you want. I'll let you peg me or whatever that you want, X thing, yada, yada, yada. Because, dude, how the hell you're going to tell me you're going to kidnap some random ass kid and pretend that's going to be your own kid? Dude, never the thought of my mind, I will go ahead and take care of some random ass kid and put him in a basement.
I knew it was wrong. I kept hearing Gabe crying, Levi crying in the basement, and I wanted to help him.
That's very brave. What did you do?
It was my birthday, so I asked to play Minecraft on his old laptop. I planned to call someone, but he was watching me most of the time.
Like watching the screen?
Yeah, but he would walk away for a bit, and I clicked on something that looked like it would signal for help, but it was like a recorder.
What kind of recorder?
It did the scream. Eventually, I figured out it could live stream in the background while it played, and you couldn't see it.
Did you know where it was streaming to?
Not at first, but at one time, my dad told me that before I was born, he used to record YouTube videos about Minecraft on the same version I was playing on. I assume that's where it went to. So when my time was up to play, I managed to find the login information and write it down.
Oh.
When I managed to gain access to the YouTube account, there were videos from early 2011 that were now privated. These were what Evelyn was talking about. It was exactly why she was able to stream so easily, because it was all already set up from all those years ago. But what I was curious about most was what happened when Levi was first saved.
I was trying to share as much information as I could during the streams until one day my dad rushed in and told me we had to go. I thought we were going back to his other house, but we drove for a while.
Oh my God.
You were live streaming.
Not right away. I played 2 more times after that before he caught me. He was really mad.
Did he hurt you?
No, but he said I was going to fix my mistake.
How so?
At first, I had to just lie to my mom on the phone. I told her we were still in Michigan, but a bit later, Dad told me the attention from the streams wasn't going away, and I had to help him make it go away.
What did he have you do?
He had me set up the streams the same way I did. He wanted it to look exactly like I was playing, and then he tried to convince people that nothing was wrong anymore. But eventually, he let me play again, as long as I was recording. So I built things in the world to call for help, hoping someone would catch it.
Well, someone did. And what you did was incredibly brave, Evelyn. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
I'm just glad it's done.
Dude, this kid, for being an 11-year-old or like 12-year-old, whatever X age they are, is incredibly smart for doing all this. Because I would have never thought of doing all this, to be honest. Wait, is that it? Man, what the hell the fuck? I thought there was gonna be more explanation.
A video detailing the full timeline of events can be found for free on my Patreon page.
Nah, I'm good, twin. I'm good. I got money for that. But thank you for the video, though. W video. W video. W video. W video. W video. I ain't gonna be. Nah, I ain't gonna do that Patreon though. Hell nah, that.